Do you know what our biggest excuse is when it comes to making money to finance your goals? The fact that we are always broke. Every something, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, I have money. If you have a lot of goals, you need to start thinking how to fund that goals, either through their money, either through your money, or either through the money. The money is outside, it's in abundance. Grants, scholarships, sponsorships, fellowships, boot camps, a lot of that. So if this is your first time coming to my platform, my name is Afsat, the founder of Money Chat with Afsat. So please kindly subscribe, because on this channel, I'm going to be providing you with tips on how to make, manage, and multiply your income. Now let's get started. So when it comes to making money to finance your goals, I like to categorize it into three major categories, which is what I call their money, your money, and the money. I'll explain. So if you're just starting your financial journey and maybe you're financially dependent on your parents, your sibling, your family, it is what I call their money. That is the first form of income that you can ever access as an individual. I'll give you an example. Growing up, going to school, is your father that probably sent you to school, or a parent that sent you to school. That is that their money that they are giving you to use and get a skill, to use and get educated, so that you can have the capacity to make more money for yourself. Now, more specifically, I remember when I was in my level 2, I walked up to my dad and I was like, Daddy, you know what? I'm ready to start writing my ICANN examination. And my dad was ready to fund it. Yes. He gave me the stats that I needed. His money is what he used to send me to write my ICANN. Now, I know a lot of people that did not write their ICANN when they had the opportunity to, or when they were, maybe when they could have. Most of them have to start doing it when they are working and all of that. It was more demanding and it was more expensive. But I did my ICANN. It was sponsored by my father. So I leveraged his money to achieve my goal, because I know I needed it. For me to become that accountant, that opportunity, I needed to become a chartered accountant. So my father was there to provide me the funds that I needed. And see what? When I graduated, I was a chartered accountant. I used what? His money. Dangote, for instance, is going to tell you that he started his business by collecting capital from his uncle. So what I'm saying is, if you have a family member, somebody that sees your vision, somebody that believes in you, find a way to go and meet them and sit them down and convince them that, please, I need you to sponsor this education for me or this skill for me, so that I can use it to increase my earning capacity. So this is the first form of financing your goal. Find a family member or someone around you that you currently depend on, that you can convince to fund your dream. So sometimes we have family members that are ready to take on financial risk for us, but we are not tapping on that. So check your cycle, check your family. Do you have somebody, do you have their money that is waiting for you, that you can use to learn a skill? Even my brother, I told him that if there's a course or a program he wants to do, he should meet me. I'm going to pay for that course. I'd rather pay for that than be giving him fish all the time. I want him to be able to catch fish by himself. So are you leveraging their money very well? If you're not doing that, then you should. Now, the second way to fund your dream is your money. When you're an adult, you have a source of income, whether from your job or from your freelancing business or your side hustle. Now, you cannot be getting money from your business and just spending it. No, you cannot use all your 10 fingers to eat. You have to set aside a portion of your money to fund your goals. And this is why it's important for you to set financial goals, for you to be embracing budgeting, for you to be saving, because you cannot eat everything. So you must upskill. Keep finding ways for you to upskill. Once you upskill, start rendering services or change your job or do something. For instance, now, I used my own money to first pay for my financial modeling examination. And that was how I started learning how to become an advanced financial modeler. So I used my money, injected it into that. Today, I have made money. I've made back my investment because I used my money to upskill, and now I've used that skill to make more money. You can't keep waiting for somebody to come and fund your dreams for you. In fact, sometimes that I needed maybe someone to bring money or contribute for me, I add my own money before I tell them to now add money for me. So you must learn how to not eat all your money. You must set aside your money to achieve your goal. Now, I've spoken about their money, your money. You know, the next one I want to talk about is the one that many of us are unaware of, the one that most of us are sleeping on. It is what I like to call the money. Now, the money is what I term a free money. Money that is always there, money that is available for people that know how to get money. And to be honest, most times the only things you need about to get that money is to prove yourself, to convince them that you deserve that money. What are examples of that money? Number one is scholarship. I am a beneficiary of scholarship. I'm in Morocco, for instance, right now for my master's program through a scholarship. And the only thing I need to do is to just prove to them that I am worth investing in it. I wrote my motivation letter, I provided my certifications, and that was it. I did my interviews, and here I am. You can see, I'm sure you can see my background, right? So this is a product of the money, free money scholarship. But that is not all. Now, I have a friend of mine that have traveled to different countries in the past few months for what? Conferences. So she's a researcher, she researches, she publishes article, and then now she sends this article to this institution, these conferences, and what? They take her fully sponsored to go there, to go and pitch, to go and show them the work that she has done. So she's using her skills to also what? Achieve our goal. Our goal of traveling to Germany, our goal of traveling to Canada. It is coming to what? Coming to life just through our skills. People are there, organizations are there funding it for her. Now, another example is opportunities. I don't know if you've seen opportunities up, but you should go online, write opportunities up. Every day, they bring a list of fellowship programs that you can go for, boot camps that you can go for, one youth conference or the other that you can go for that is fully sponsored. In fact, I applied for one recently and I was selected. But fortunately for me, it's still within Morocco, so they don't have to pay my flight. But I have some colleagues that are coming for the same program and it is fully sponsored. So if you've always wanted to travel to Morocco, for the person, for instance, I've always wanted to travel to Morocco, this is an opportunity. They come here for a program and they also achieve their goal of what? Traveling around the world. Now, I remember, I think in January, I applied for what? Tony Elumelu Foundation. You know Tony Elumelu, so you go online and let's say you have a business, right? You can apply for fund. It gives $5,000 grant for it. Now, I didn't get it, but I can tell you over 1,000 African entrepreneurs got access to 5,000 free money, $5,000 free money to fund their goals. There are a lot of grant funding that are available. Right now, if you want to achieve your goal, I know the first thing you think of is who should borrow you money? Where can you borrow? It's not only borrowing money. There are free money out there looking for you to pitch to them, looking for you to tell a story, looking for you to give them reasons why they should give you that money. Even that is an area that I am currently sitting on like this. I just want to be applying for opportunities like that. I just need to tell a story, tell them my story, tell them what I want to use the money for. And if I'm lucky, if I'm chanced, I get it. In fact, it's not even about being lucky. If you're qualified, if you sell yourself well, you are going to get it. For instance, I have always wanted to write my CFA examination, but it is freaking expensive. But last year, I decided to apply for the CFA Access Scholarship. I applied up to 3 times. It was on my 3rd attempt that I got it. Now, when I got that scholarship, guess how much I paid? I paid only $400 to write that examination. That examination on its own, it cost about $2,000. That is how much I will have spent to achieve this goal. Now, there are a lot of working colleagues that I have that have still not been able to write this examination despite how hard they try. But what did I do? I applied for scholarship. I sold myself. I convinced them. And what? They gave me free money to achieve my goal. So you have a lot of goals. You need to start thinking how to fund that goals, either through their money, either through your money, or either through the money. The money is outside. It's in abundance. Grants, scholarships, sponsorships, fellowships, boot camps, a lot of that. Start thinking, which of these things am I qualified for? Which of these things can I subscribe to, right? And then use these opportunities to achieve your financial goal. So I don't want to hear outside, I don't have money. These are ways for you to get money to fund your goals. So stop being broke. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and let me know what topic would you like me to cover next. You're very much welcome. Bye.